Hey folks, Custom Designs here, and this is part 1 of the Academy 1/72nd scale B-29 Superfortress build. So this one here is probably not going to be too exciting because it's more of a layout of parts and not so much on the building, but it's kind of crucial to the build because obviously we're planning it out. So I have taken a few parts off the sprues, basically just the left and right halves of the fuselage, and that's kind of important, obviously, because, well, if you don't take it off the sprues, you're not going to build the model. But it's actually attached by quite a few points on the sprues, and you want to take it off, furthest away from the part, and then kind of, sand your way down, because if you really take it off, especially with this plastic, this is really good plastic, I find, but if you go too close, you're going to pit it, and you don't want that. So, cut it off, I'd say, because it attaches, up here, I'd say cut it here, and then, maybe after it's off the sprue, sand your way down to the model. That way you're not going to pit it, and you're going to get a nice, smooth, finish, I guess you can say, for the lack of better words. It's going to take you a while because, again, it's attached, by like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe 9 points on each part. So it's going to take you some time, but it'll be well worth it, right? Because you don't want holes in your plastic and then have to putty it later, that kind of thing. So just something to note. I'm sure a lot of you out there take your time anyway, but I know getting off the sprue is you just want to get it off and start building, but slow down, take your time. Another thing too, depends on what variant of B-29 you want to build. This here gives you some extra parts. This is A, right? B-29A. But this one here seems to give you a lot of extra parts. And what I mean by that is in this bag here, I'm not going to open it, but it looks like they give you a refueling probe right here. This long piece right here, but there's nowhere in the instruction booklet does it show how to attach it or nothing. So if you wanted to build like a post-war B-29, like a refueler, you can. But you're going to have to find some instructions or some way to build that. Right there. So that's kind of cool. So if you can find like some instructions or how to build, that variant, at least you have that option. Because I know in the instruction booklet, it kind of gives you a list of parts not needed in this build if you were building the A. So at least with this kit here, the old Battler, you're going to have some options here. So that's kind of cool. However, we are not building that variant. I'm actually on the fence of what to build. I don't know if we're going to build a Cold War B-29 like Korea B-29 or World War II. I'm still not sure. I'm almost thinking maybe doing like the KEE-BIRD. I don't know if a lot of you guys out there have seen like the KEE-BIRD documentary there on Nova, where they tried to pull that out of Greenland. I'm almost thinking of doing it where having this B-29 landing as if they're back in the 1947, just as it was doing the emergency landing, or maybe even doing something like in Korea, B-29, like command decision, that kind of thing, or maybe doing just like a World War II Lucky 11, that kind of thing. Still on the fence anyway. Moving on, I noticed here the tail gunner position, it has 3 points right here, so you can do a 20 millimeter right there. However, I'm not seeing any 20 millimeter cannon. I thought this might be, but I'm not seeing anywhere in the instruction booklet where this piece goes. However, this part number, I'm not seeing this in the extra parts either. So again, it's going to take some time to figure out if that is a 20 millimeter cannon or not, but I actually don't even like the looks of that part. However, I've come up with a potential solution. Going through my 1/350th scale battleships and stuff, this might work for a 20 millimeter cannon. I know it looks a little big, but you get the 50 caliber machine guns in here. This could work as a substitute. or even that. Again, I'm gonna have to size it out. This is just a metal barrel, but again, just an idea, right? Because a lot of B-29s in World War II had the 20mm cannon, and some that got, they took them out. Some put a fake one in just to scare away the Japanese. So that's always, an idea too. You can just, if you have an old, World War II battleship, the secondary armament could pose as a 20mm cannon. And why I say use these is because if you look at historical photos, that their 20mm cannon on the the B-29 kind of has that that look to it. Let's see if the camera will focus. There we go. So just an idea. And then, of course, again, I don't have the, I've ordered a bunch of decals from Rebel Alpha on eBay. That's the guy I use when I buy decals. But this kit here actually does come with some real nice, these are cartographs, so of course they're going to be really nice. So you do have quite a few options here. I believe 5. But you know me, I never use what the kit offers. I go, I go the other way. And then I've ordered the painting masks, of course. So I'll get all the glass in and then use the painting masks. And then, of course, I threw these guys in there just so if we do have this on a display stand, I'll more than likely have the figures in there, because you can't have like a plane on the stand or, landing and then have nobody in the plane itself. But that's kind of where we're at. It's just getting the... the plane off the sprue. But even in 1/72nd scale, this is huge. And then you get the 1/48 scale, and if they ever come out with this in 1/32nd scale, can you imagine the size? That would be just a massive plane. So yeah, I won't make this video too long. It's just a matter of getting the parts off the sprue and start planning this out. You got a lot of interior parts, as you can see. You're building up the whole interior. It's pretty much reminiscent of the old Revell or Monogram 1/48 scale. This is what it reminds me of, actually. If you look there, if you guys remember building the 1/48 scale ones, that's what it looks like to me. So it should be a lot of fun. I mean, this section here, you're probably going to see a lot through the, the window there, or at least somewhat. This, not so much. But hey, we're building a model kit. We're going to be building it. So it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. So there you go. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to your comments. And again, should we build Korea? Should we build World War II? Let me know what you think. All right.